If you watched my last desk setup video, you may see some nice new upgrades in this one. And if you didn't watch my last video, first of all, why not? And second of all, you're definitely going to see something new here. Now, all the items I show you in this video are going to be linked in the description box, as well as the comments box with any discount codes I can find, just to make things cheaper for you. If you've got any questions, leave them down below. But yeah, let me show you my brand new desk setup. The machine running the show is still the M4 Pro Mac Mini, 48GB of unified memory and 512GB of storage. Now you might be thinking that's quite low for storage, and you're probably right, but I do have a solution which I will show you later on. Now the machine is a powerhouse. I can't see myself upgrading till the M5 Pro Mac Mini comes out, maybe not even then, and with Apple raising its prices across the board, this has actually gone up in value. Who would have thought? The monitors I've been using for over a year now are the BenQ MA320U, and honestly they are so good. They've been included in many of my setups. 4K display with a match screen that is great for less glare and reflections. Clarity for images, videos and text is super crisp. I absolutely love that they can be controlled through the Display Pilot app. Not having to fiddle around with the monitor settings with the few buttons that usually come underneath is game changing. You might be wondering, how do I get my monitors perfectly aligned? Well, it's using the Screen Buddy magnetic system, and I've got 3 sets to give away to a lucky viewer, so leave a comment about your own system down below and you might just be a winner. So underneath the monitors, the Hexcal Studio Plus is a pretty new addition to the setup. Now while it may look like just a monitor stand, it's much more like a central power hub for the whole system. Previously, it only used to come in this dark grey colour, but now they've got this new silver version which was designed to be a better match for lighter desk setups like the one I've got here, especially ones with MacBooks and so on. Makes it look more cleaner and more premium in my opinion. Now it's able to power up to 190 watts, a USB-A port that can deliver up to 60 watts, 2 USB-C ports, one gives you up to 60 watts and the other up to 100 watts, and then you get another 2 USB-C ports which are USB-C 3.2 data bridges with up to 20 gigabit transfer speeds. On the front, it's got a light strip that you can change different lighting modes, color temperature and light intensity. It's actually a really nice light for the desk. On the back, you get 8 extra power sockets to plug in various devices and accessories, and the top literally opens up so you can store power adapters inside and cables to keep them out of sight and out of mind. There's those 2 USB-C 3.2 data bridge connection ports I was talking about earlier. And it's got dual wireless charging ports at the top. Charge 2 phones, charge your phone and earphones, whatever you want. It's literally got everything. It's literally a hub, power unit and cable management system all in one. Inside the Hexcal, I've got my long-term storage solution I mentioned earlier. Remember when I mentioned my Mac Mini having only 512GB of storage? Well, this is the fix. This is the Maxis TB501 Pro, which is a Thunderbolt 5 NVMe storage enclosure. The top opens up and I put a 4TB Oracle NVMe SSD inside, which has everything on it apart from my applications. It's also got a built-in fan that you can turn on and turn off to help with cooling. The reason I went this route is when I'm in the office and not traveling, I keep it in the Hexcal Studio Plus, out of sight, out of mind. When I travel, I can just unplug it from my Mac Mini, take all my data with me to use on my MacBook Air, my Final Cut projects, files, everything I might need comes with me, which is something I couldn't do if I had everything on my Mac Mini. And combine that with the Thunderbolt 5 speeds I get with the Maxis, everything is super fast, especially when I'm editing. What I use to connect everything together is the CalDigit TS5 Plus. It's got over 20 various ports like USB-C with 80 gigabit Thunderbolt 5 speeds, 140 watts of charging power, capable of running 4 displays, even 10 gigabit Ethernet port, which would be great if I used Ethernet for anything or if I had faster internet. It's definitely overkill for my system, but it lets me connect everything to it with ports to spare, so it makes things a lot easier. And this thing here, this is the Elgato Stream Deck Plus XL, and I will say this is definitely overkill for my system. I literally added it to the setup like 2 days ago, so it's not completely set up with my custom buttons. I will say though, it's bloody amazing. A lot of people think this is just for streamers, but it has a lot of convenient features that will benefit everyone. I have on the bottom screen various stuff like the current weather, my microphone volume, speaker volume, Spotify. Then I've got app shortcuts at the top for my most frequently used apps. And this right here is game changing for anyone with multiple monitors. I can click on a tab, press exactly where I want it on either of my monitors, whether it's right side or left side, and it places it automatically. I can't wait to get this fully set up with my Final Cut shortcuts. That's going to be super helpful. Now I should have a full video coming up very soon on the channel covering some different Elgato products like this Stream Deck Plus XL and this Wave 3 Mark II microphone, which this voiceover is actually being recorded on, so let me know how it sounds. The speakers I use are still the Edifier QR65s. They work well, sound good, and they look good, so they fit the build aesthetic I'm going for, so I've had no reason to really change them. The mouse I'm currently using is the Logitech MX Master 4. Now I recently upgraded from the 3S, and so far it's been a solid improvement. Feels nice to hold, it's quiet, and has some nice shortcut buttons. Now the MX Master mice for me have just been such a solid choice, especially for the ergonomics, and it's always been an easy recommendation to other creators. The keyboard I'm currently using is super new to the setup. I actually unboxed it yesterday. It's the Low-Free Hyzen, which is a mechanical magnetic keyboard, which I think has some advantages for gaming. However, I don't do any gaming on this machine. I do, however, love the way it looks, and it's quite minimalistic, so it fits the setup so well. It's got great build quality, and the only thing I'm debating is, should I change the keycaps to the ones I had on my Low-Free Flow 2? And of course, the desk is still the Secretlab Magnus Pro XL. It's an absolute dream of a desk. I really like it, great build quality, and the cable management of course is outstanding, and it looks absolutely amazing. Now I did recently swap the desk mat from the silver suede to this white leather one. In my opinion, it's just much easier to clean, and it's nice to change things up every now and then. Now the chair I've got here is the LiberNovo Maxis. Now I made a video about it not long ago, and I've got to say, super comfy. Easily the best chair I've ever used. Now this is the Maxis manual version. I did previously have the LiberNovo Omni, which I still have right here. Also an amazing chair, but the Maxis is just made for larger people, and you can really tell when you sit on it. Now as you can see in my setup, lighting plays a very important role, and I've got plenty of it. Now in the corner next to my desk, I've got the Govee floor lamp too. It gives a really nice diffused glow look with whatever color I really want it to show. Behind the desk, I've got the Nano Leaf strip light specifically made for the Secretlab's desk that attaches magnetically. Behind the monitors, I've got two Calefo bar lamps. Underneath the desk, I've got a Calefo tube light that also attaches magnetically. On my monitor, I've got the BenQ Screen Bar Pro, which combined with the Hexcal light gives me plenty of light on my desk area, and when it all comes together, I think it looks pretty nice. And how could I forget this thing? Now this gets quite a few questions whenever I post a desk setup picture. This is the Ulanzi TC001. It's like a smart clock where you can show various different things. I just use it to show YouTube subscribers as a little motivational reminder, just to show how far I've come. So that was my desk setup. Let me know what you think of it down below. I think it's come a long way, and right now it's looking pretty good. But like I said before, it's far from finished. Now, let me know in the comments what your favorite piece is. Let me know if you've got any recommendations of things I should add to the setup. Always, if you've got any questions, leave them in the comments box below so I can answer them. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel, like the video if you liked it. All links for all the products, like I said, will be linked in the description box below, as well as comments, as well as any discount codes I can find. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate your support, because without you, I wouldn't be able to get a lot of this stuff here sent to me. So thank you as always, and have a great day. Thank you for watching.